Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Media Day Tour is the Kirtland Hornets boys basketball team. Head coach Sean McGregor. Coach, thanks for being here. Why don't you start out? Just give us a quick preview. What can we expect out of your guys this season?
Another year of hopefully we playing competitive basketball. We've got a nice group coming back. 5 guys that were in the rotation last year, and Lucas transferring in really gives us some depth. Our JV team was a solid program last year, so we're going to look for some help from some of those guys. But we should be deep. We should be able to pressure guys around the floor. Turn our defense into some offense, and I think that will lead to some success in both the conference and out of conference, and hopefully for a run in the tournament. So we're excited for the year. I think it's been a while. We have a lot of guys that they're on the football program. Whenever they get out of the football program, they'll be knocking some rust off. But for the first time in a long time, we've got guys that are in the gym right now. We've got seven to eight guys that are potentially in the varsity rotation, and we're getting a lot of good work in scrimmages and things of that nature. So we're excited for the year. We think we're going to be pretty competitive, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so for basically the last 12, 14, 15 years, Kirtland has gotten a late start due to the football team's success, and this year's no different with them playing in the state semifinals this weekend. But, obviously you do what you can when you can, and when you get your guys, you go full bore then. But what have you seen out of the crew so far?
Well, we have our, most of our backcourt guys are there, which is, as you know, in basketball, that's essential. With Lucas and Vince Carrero and Aiden Hurd and some of them, Will Bird, we got guys that are going to have to handle the ball for us a little bit. Sammy Ridgway's there. So we've got a good core of our backcourt that's getting a lot of work in against teams that like to pressure the ball. We go to, we've worked with teams like Chardon, and we got Columbia coming in next week, and Beechwood, and they pressure the ball and they get after us, and they've done a really good job of responding. So I like the fact, that the guys that are coming in from the football season are going to be guys that are going to be athletes, that are going to be good defenders, that are going to have to get themselves in game shape. But the primary scoring is probably going to be some of the guys that are already in the gym. We've got 4, like I said before, we have 7 or 8 guys that are like possible guys that are going to be in the rotation, getting good work in, and they won't have to knock off a bunch of rust. So we'll be prepared going in, and it'll give time to the guys that are coming off the football field to get their legs, if you want to say it that way, get their bearings. And, we jump right into it. The state championship game, if we're lucky enough to get there, was December 7th. And our first game will be the Saturday following. So we'll have about 5 or 6 days to get prepared, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and you hit the ground running, too. You've got league rival Berkshire, Wycliffe, and then defending league champion Crestwood. So no time to really dip your toe in the water. You got to dive in head first. And is that a good thing or a bad thing for this squad?
Well, I'll let you know after those 3 games. But, it's never easy when you start in the CVC, and they've had their time to put everything in. And but we had a really good summer. And like I said, a lot of the kids we have kids that are in the gym currently that are, a lot of the skill guys that are going to have to handle the ball and make decisions. So they're doing that now. So I think, Berkshire's going to be tough. Wycliffe's got a lot of guys coming back, most of their primary scorers. And Crestwood obviously is going to be, a tough challenge for us. But we look forward, the thing that you don't have to teach at Kirtland is how to compete. They do that, a lot of 3-sport athletes, guys that play it. They're just playing all year round, so they know how to compete. They know what it takes, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to compete and let the chips fall where they may.
Sounds good, Coach. I'll come back to you after I talk to Lucas. Lucas, for the folks at home, can you introduce yourself, name, grade, and position?
So I am Lucas Renfro. I'm a junior, and I'm a guard, combo guard.
So coming in, you're a transfer from Gilmore Academy, coming back to
Yeah.
your home school in Kirtland. How different has it been just kind of, getting together and playing with the guys so far?
It's a lot different. We only have 7 guys, so it's not as much as Gilmore because a lot of the football players, are out, and it's it's a lot of reps, a lot of just getting to play with the guys that are there, just building chemistry. So. Yeah.
Vince Carrero, he's a guard, a 4-year starter. How's that coming together, you and him working together?
So he's a ball dominant point guard, and I'm just playing off him, cutting off him, just getting good open shots, just passing him the ball and stuff. it's going good.
What's going to be the key to getting the offense flowing and keeping it flowing?
Just probably ball movement, honestly, and like just player movement too. Like we can't stand a lot, just like because we only have a select few players that like can over dribble and stuff, and we're just trying to like get a lot of player movement just off of us too.
From what you've seen, what's the key to success this year?
Just honestly, like we have to play, obviously play hard. Like we need, like every player needs to be rebounding, playing with effort, and just like playing, making the right plays, not holding the ball for a while, and just making smart plays.
As coach mentioned, there's a lot of athletes that are still not in the gym yet because they're out playing football. When they get
Yeah.
there, they're going to add a dimension to the team. How
hmm
important is that dimension, just those guys coming in athletically and playing defense that way?
We we're to be honest, we're struggling on the rebounds, and I think they're gonna really help because they're obviously football players, really physical players. We just need those type of players because we have our skill guys right now, and that's kind of half of the game. We need big players that can rebound and be physical, and they're gonna bring big elements to the team.
All right. What are your goals for the season, both individually and for your squad?
So it's a lot different. So we're in this, obviously like a smaller division. I really want to make like a big playoff push. That's my first goal. Obviously, like as a team, and for me, I just want to have a good season. Like I don't, I'm not really like particularly stuff in mind. I just want to have a good season and win as much as I can.
Outstanding. All right. Well, good luck to you this winter.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll go back to you and just wrap things up. How are you going to define success for this team this year?
It's defined about reaching your potential. I think this team has a really good potential to, have success and play hard. Our schedule is down. We play a lot of, as a D6 team, we're playing a lot of
Yeah.
D2, D1, D3 teams. So I mean, it's not like we're playing other D6 or D7 teams, a whole bunch of them. So I mean, yeah, our record could be a little over 500 or whatever it might be, and then we can still be successful if we're competing with those teams. I don't think that's where we're going to be. I think we're going to be a team that's going to, I think we're going to have a lot of success. I think we have the ability to score. We have ball handlers. We have bigs. We can rebound. We can defend. We can run. So I mean, we have a lot of elements that in the past maybe we haven't had as many of those elements as far as especially in the skill asset. But we have skilled. We have a lot of things to bring to the table. So success wise, like I said, reaching our potential. If we can learn, I think our biggest thing that we need to do is we need to learn, make sure we are playing together, that we're being selfless, that we're moving the basketball. And it's not how many points did I score or how many points, like, it sounds like coaches speak, but I mean, like, really caring about the success of the guy next to you as opposed to the success of yourself. And I think if we do that and we share the ball, there's plenty of points to go around. There's plenty of things that can happen to be successful on an individual level. But for a team level, we just need to make sure we're sharing the basketball, playing together. And if we do that, we're going to be really tough to beat.
Outstanding. All right, Coach, with those new divisions, too, it should lead to an interesting postseason. But I appreciate you and Lucas taking some time out of the day to preview the season. I wish you the best of luck this winter.
I appreciate it. Always good to talk to you, and thanks for having us. And here we go for the CVC. Let's go.
Thank you.
All right.